Hey YouTube, Bo15243 here, doing another deck review. It's not Utopia this time. It's my personal deck. Okay, I like to call it. It's a based dark type deck. I just call it Dark Devour because I'm devouring my opponent. That's why. So, anyway, here are the monsters. 3 giant germs. 3 Karibo. Sorry for that artwork. I just got that one not that long ago. Okay. 3 Necrogarna, 2 Doom Caliber Knight, 2 Jaragato. Okay, so basically what this guy does, you can special summon during either player's battle phase. You gain 1,000 life points, and when it hits your battle phase, you could tribute this card and select a monster on your side of the field. It gains 1,000 attack. Okay, and you probably guys know what this does, and yeah, whatever. 2 Dark Resonator. Cannot be destroyed by a battle once per turn. And it's a tuner. Plague Spreader Zombie. Basically what this guy does is if it's in your graveyard, put one card on top of your deck and special summon, but it's banished when it leaves the field next time. Dark Necrofear. Basically you have to banish 3 Fiend type monsters. If it's destroyed by a battle or by card effect like Regeki, Dark Hole, mostly Regeki, you could choose one of your opponent's monsters. You could choose any of them. You target it and you get to control it. 1 Doom Dog. Basically when it leaves the field, add 1 level 8 Fiend type. Blast Sphere. Basically, you set if this card's in face down defense. Basically, if your opponent attacks it, it's equipped to that attacking monster, and when it hits your opponent's next standby phase, that monster gets blown up, and your opponent takes amount of damage times the monster's attack. Armageddon Knight, which is in combination with the Necrogarna or Plague Spreader Zombie. Sorry, my bad. Legendary Fiend. Basically, gains 700 attack points for the standby phase. Caius the Shadow Monarch. You tribute it, and you basically tribute a monster you control, whatever, tributing how it works. And basically, you could target 1 card on the field and banish it, and if that card was a dark attribute monster, you could inflict 1,000 to your opponent. Gores, you guys know what Gores do. The Dark Creator. Okay, basically you have to have no monsters on your side of the field, and you have to have at least 5 or more dark monsters in your graveyard. And basically its effect will allow you to banish 1 dark monster from your graveyard and special summon 1 dark from the graveyard. And just to let you guys know, I'm missing 1 or 2 more cards. One is Doomsday Horror. If you don't know what that card does, basically that monster's attack and defense are equal to the times of the dark monsters that are banished times I think 600. Okay, anyway, moving on. Dark Arm Dragon, also known as Dad. Caius the Mega Monarch. Basically, you tribute summon 1 tribute monster like the Legendary Fiend or Caius the Shadow Monarch, and basically you target 1 card on the field, any card on the field, banish it, and guarantee you lose. That person loses 1,000. But if it ended up being a dark that was being tributed, you could choose up to 2 cards, so that's guaranteed 2,000 damage. Okay. Legendary Machu Garzette. Basically what this guy does, I won duels with him like so many times just by having its attack points like so high, because you have to special summon by tributing all of your monsters. You have to send all of your monsters that you control to the graveyard, and this guy's attack points are equal to the monsters at regional attack points. So like for example, 3 giant germs and a dark on dragon. That's like right over. That's over there. That's over 6,000 attack, and its another ability. It allows you to do piercing damage through a defense monster. And let's see. Rainbow Dark Dragon. I'm pretty sure you guys know what this does. If you don't, banish 7 darks with different names, so it cannot be just 3 giant germs and all that. You have to choose one with different names per dark. For excuse me for I don't know. All I know is of darkness. I'm trying to pronounce the other names, but whatever. Basically, what this guy does, your opponent cannot target any monster for an effect of a monster, spell, or trap. So basically, like Neo Space and Grand Mall, it cannot be targeted. Your monsters cannot be targeted except for this guy. Compulsory Magic Cylinder D Prison cannot be targeted except for via this guy. Okay, that wraps up the monster count. Next up is the spells. So I run 2 Upstart Goblins. I'm missing 1. 2 anti-magic arrows. Basically what this does is enter the battle phase, you activate it, your opponent cannot activate in response to this card's activation, and you and your opponent cannot activate spells and traps until the end of that turn. Drag down to the grave. This is the second card I was speaking about. I'm going to replace this with a Lure of Darkness, but for now I got this. Foolish Burial, which is in combination with Necrogarna, Raigeki, Hand Destruction. Basically, you guys know what that does. And the Beginning of the End. Basically, you need 7 or more dark monsters in the graveyard. Banish 5, and it allows you to draw 3 new cards from your deck. That wraps up the spells, and here are the traps. 2 Magic Cylinder, 2 Mirror Forces, 1 Compulse, and it's gold, people, it's gold, come on. Look at that gold. Multiple Destruction. Basically, if you have, each player has 3 or more cards in their hand, you activate this card, you lose 300 times the cards that have been sent to the bottom of the deck, and you could draw, each player draws 5 new cards, basically a fresh new hand. Starlight Road, basically for any of those people that like to run Mirror Force, Raigeki, Dark Hole, whatever, allows you to negate it, but you have to have, it has to be 2 or more cards that you control that would be destroyed. And if you actually do complete it, you can special summon 1 Stardust Dragon from your extra deck. Solemn Warning, you guys know what that does. Scrap Iron, basically negates the attack once per turn, sets it right back down in face down, yeah. And Bottomless Trap Hole, basically you guys know what that does. Come on, it's a fucking staple, bitches. And that wraps up for the traps. Here's the extra deck. I run 2 number 50, number 10, Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon, and come on, Platinum Rare, come on, you gotta love it. Number 15. Basically what this does is you have to have 2 level 8 monsters as the material, and once per turn you could detach to destroy opponent's monster. And if it ends up being a XYZ monster, you could inflict damage equal to that monster's attack points. Number 44, Sky Pegasus. Detach target a card on the, I think it's a monster on the field, or a card, whatever. Your opponent has the option to negate it, but they have to pay 1,000 life points to negate it, though. If they don't, it's that the card is destroyed. Time for the Synchro areas. Lightning Warrior, basically what he does is inflicts 300 points of damage for each card in your opponent's hand if this guy destroys an opponent's monster by battle. Crimson Blader, basically if you destroy an opponent's monster by battle, your opponent cannot special summon or normal summon level 5 or higher. So basically people that like to run high level monsters, well, guess what? You're screwed. Okay, let's see. Red Dragon Archfiend, you guys know what that does. Dark End Dragon, basically you pay 500, this monster loses 500 attack and defense. You could destroy one monster on the field. Let's see, next up, Iron Chain Dragon. If you don't know what this does, you could banish any Iron Chain Dragons from your graveyard to the banish zone, and it gains up 300 attack for each Iron Chain monster that was banished by this effect. And if this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent must mill 3 cards from their deck automatically, no choice. Goyo Guardian is basically a card stealer from your opponent. If you destroy an opponent's monster by battle, by the end of that battle phase or the end of the turn, I don't remember, but you get to control that monster that was destroyed. Black Rose Dragon, I use it as a field nuker, and to wrap it up, I play 2 Stardust Dragons. Obviously, you guys know what Stardust Dragon does, and that's it. Wraps up for the extra deck. So this is Bull 15243 signing out.